Why does the person you love most slowly lose respect for you? Why does your warmth often meet cold indifference? The answer lies in your presence. The painful truth most men miss is this: excessive presence is the enemy of desire. In psychology, anything that is too available becomes cheap and common. You are not a treasure if you appear everywhere at all times, just waiting for a nod of approval. Value is built through the space you leave. Imagine the stillness of a lake before a single drop changes everything. Your presence should be that impactful, not a constant, overwhelming flood that drowns attraction. Time is the most precious currency. When you give it away too freely, you tell the world that your life has little significance or direction. True power comes from the ability to be alone. When you don't need to be seen, you become much more interesting to those who watch you. Every second you spend chasing validation is a second you lose in building your own worth. The clock is ticking on your perceived value and mystery. Stop being the man who is always there. Start being the man who is remembered because his absence is felt deeply in the hearts of others. Desire thrives in the gap between two people. If there is no gap, there is no room for the heart to yearn or to grow. The biggest mistake is believing that being always available proves your love. It doesn't. It only signals that your life lacks its own important purpose. Answering messages in a split second or cancelling your own plans just to meet her sends a clear signal. She is more important than you. You are chasing a shadow, and the law of nature is simple. Whatever is pursued will run away. Your desperation is a repellent, not a magnet. By trying to fill every void with your presence, you are actually pushing them away. You are suffocating the very connection you are trying to save. Is your availability a sign of weakness? When you are too easy to reach, you lose the edge that makes a man truly captivating and respected. The chase ends when the prize is caught. If you are always standing right there, you are no longer a prize to be won or kept. Every move you make, out of fear of losing her, actually brings you closer to that exact result. Desperation is the loudest sound a man makes. Release the grip of neediness. A man who can walk away is a man who holds the power. This is the foundation of all attraction. Without the stage of absence, there can be no performance of longing. You must step out of the light to let her imagination take over. Your value isn't determined by how much you give, but by how much your presence is missed. Learn the power of becoming a rare sight. Stop being an open book that has already been read. Be the mystery that requires effort, time, and dedication to slowly and carefully uncover. Why is a diamond more expensive than sand? Because it is rare. Human psychology is hardwired to crave things that are not easily possessed or controlled. Your absence creates a powerful psychological force, the space for imagination. When you are gone, they finally have the room to truly remember you. Just like an artist must step back to see the beauty of his creation, you must withdraw to let others see the value of your soul. They will start to wonder, what is he doing? Who is he with? This curiosity is the vital spark that ignites the flame of Calcutta. Never give them the final answer to your life. Stay unpredictable. A man who is easily understood is a man who is easily replaced. Scarcity creates demand. This is not just an economic principle. It is a fundamental law of human interaction and the core of masculine attraction. When you have your own direction, you become a destination. People don't value a person who is just drifting along with their every whim. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers they have to earn. Your quiet confidence speaks much louder than any desperate plea for attention. Rise above the level of constant accessibility. The higher you fly in your own life, the more others will have to look up to see you. Quality is always found in limited quantities. By being less available, you are communicating that your time is a high-value asset that must be respected. Absence makes the heart grow fonder because it allows the ego to feel the weight of loss. Without that weight, appreciation simply cannot exist. Beauty is often appreciated most when it is about to disappear. Your presence should be a gift, not a permanent fixture they take for granted. Be like the tide. Have the courage to pull away. It is the rhythmic return after a long absence that keeps the shoreline alive and longing. Control the access to your world. A man who lets everyone in will soon find he has nothing private or valuable left to offer anyone. Your private thoughts and goals are your empire. Don't share them all. Keep a part of yourself hidden to maintain your strength and allure. Your absence shouldn't be a game. It must be the result of being truly busy building your empire. Focus on your growth, health, and mind. When you are driven by a mission, you naturally become less available. This isn't a tactic, it is the lifestyle of a man with purpose. Build an empire, not a cage. A man who has a world to conquer doesn't have time to wait by the phone for a message. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. When you prioritize your work, you radiate a type of energy that is both grounding and incredibly attractive. A man with a great purpose is naturally priceless. You aren't avoiding the world. You are simply too busy creating your own version of. Its success is built in the dark, in the hours when no one is watching. This private dedication is what gives your public presence its weight. Every step you take towards your own goals is a step away from mediocrity. This journey requires you to leave the crowd far behind you. Master your internal world first. A man who can control his own mind will never be a slave to someone else's attention or approval. Respect is earned through competence and distance. When you lead your own life with authority, others will naturally want to follow your lead. Knowledge is a silent power. The more you know, the less you need to say. Your silence becomes a sign of your hidden, vast depth. Obsession with your craft is the most magnetic trait you can possess. It shows that you have a world that is bigger than any person. Your life should be a fast-moving vehicle. People can either get on board or watch you disappear over the horizon. Never slow down for anyone. The peak is a lonely place, but the view is unparalleled. Choose the loneliness of greatness over the crowded comfort of being common and available. Transformation requires isolation. You must be willing to lose the version of yourself that everyone knows to become the version everyone wants to be. The world respects a man who knows his worth. When you stop chasing, the world begins to follow. This is the shift of true power. When you master your emotions, you master the game. People will start to seek you out because you have become a challenge to be conquered. Your rare but high-quality presence will carry 1,000 times more weight than any desperate words or constant, empty promises you could ever make. Be like a mountain, unmoving and majestic. Silence is often the loudest scream, signaling a level of self-control that most people can only imagine. Value is not found in being seen by everyone. It is found in being understood by the few who are worthy of your precious time. Your signature, your presence, and your word should all be rare. When you speak less, every word you say becomes a law to others. Emotional autonomy is the ultimate freedom. When your happiness doesn't depend on a reply, you have already won the most important battle of all. The king of the jungle doesn't roar to get attention. His presence alone commands it. Learn to exist with that same quiet, undeniable authority. People only truly appreciate the oxygen when they feel it becoming scarce. Your absence is the reminder of how much they need your strength. Stop being a safety net. Be the destination. A man who is always there to catch others will never be the one they strive to reach. Withdraw your light occasionally. Let them sit in the dark for a while so they can remember just how much warmth your presence actually brings. The art of being priceless is the art of being selective. Choose where you belong, and never let yourself be a choice that's always available. Don't fear loneliness. Fear being mediocre. The art of absence is not about disappearing, but about choosing your value over the noise of the world. Become the architect of your own value. Build your life with silence, power, and a deep sense of purpose that no one can shake. You are a reward that must be earned. When you value yourself enough to walk away, the world will value you enough to keep you welcome. To the world of the priceless man. Here, your absence is as powerful as your presence, and your silence is your greatest source of strength. Stop asking for permission to be great. Start living a life that is so compelling that your presence is the only validation anyone ever needs. The sun only rises once a day, and that is why we wait for it. Be the sun in your own life. Rare, powerful, and absolutely necessary. Be rare, be respected, be priceless. This is the path of the man who understands the true art of being and the power of absence.